Theo often felt like the world wasn't quite on his side. Everything seemed a little too big, a little too difficult, and a little too much for him to handle. One day, while walking in the woods near his home, Theo met an old woman who was sitting by a bubbling brook. Her hair was as white as snow, and she had a gentle smile that made him feel both curious and a little nervous. "Hello, young one," she said in a voice that sounded like a soft breeze. "What brings you here today?" Theo looked down at his shoes, kicking at a stone. "I just don't think things are going right for me," he sighed. "Everything seems to go wrong. I don't know how to make things better." The old woman smiled again, her eyes twinkling. "What if I told you that everything in life has a secret gift, a hidden plus, even in the things you think are minus?" Theo frowned. "I don't understand. How can there be a plus in things like getting wet in the rain or losing my favorite toy?" The woman's smile widened. "Let me show you." With a flick of her hand, she made the rain begin to fall gently from the sky. "See the rain as a minus?" she asked. "Look again." Theo sighed, but hesitated. Slowly, he began to notice something. The droplets on the leaves sparkled like tiny diamonds, and the world around him smelled fresh and clean. The rain cooled his skin and made the air feel alive with energy. He smiled. "I guess it's kind of nice after all." She motioned to a little squirrel who was scurrying by, carrying an acorn in his mouth. "Do you know what that squirrel is doing?" she asked. Theo shook his head. "He's gathering food for the winter," the woman said. "He's working hard to prepare for what's to come. Sometimes, when things feel like they're going wrong, we're just being asked to prepare for something even better." Theo looked down at his shoes again, still not entirely convinced. But then, something in his heart shifted. He started to feel a small warmth like a seed of hope. Later that week, Theo was playing in the garden when he tripped and scraped his knee. It stung, and at first he felt a rush of frustration. He didn't want to cry. But then, remembering the old woman's words, he took a deep breath. Instead of focusing on the pain, he looked at the scrape. "Okay," he thought, "if this is a minus, where's the plus?" And just as he wondered, something caught his eye. In a blade of grass was a tiny ladybug, its red shell gleaming like a tiny jewel. It was so small, but in that moment it felt like a gift from nature. As it gently crawled along the leaf, Theo couldn't help but smile. That little ladybug was a reminder that sometimes, even when things don't go as planned, there are still small wonders to be found. Theo stood up and felt something change inside him. The next time something minus happened, a rainstorm, a lost pencil, a broken toy, he tried to find the plus. He saw how the rain made the flowers bloom, how losing a pencil gave him the chance to ask a friend to share theirs, how a broken toy meant that he could use his imagination to create something even better. Theo learned that life wasn't about avoiding the minuses. It was about looking for the pluses hidden in them, finding the little gifts that turn challenges into opportunities. He realized that just like the rain helps the flowers grow, every setback could help him grow too. And so, with each passing day, Theo found himself filled with more joy and wonder. For he knew that every moment, no matter how small, was an opportunity to turn the minus into a plus, and the world into a place where positivity blossomed from every corner.